7. That's crazy to me. So look, like if you go look at discographies, I didn't know this record that you did, but I was in the club and it was going crazy. It was Ray Shrimmer, Throw Some More.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did the song because it didn't have a tag.
Mike Will took it off.
Yeah, I believe it because that record was crazy.
Yeah,
he couldn't get a shine somewhere else, huh? Is that what it was?
We made up over it, but just to be in retrospect, yeah, I had a problem with it.
Yeah.
Because I felt like it was that moment for me to put my tag on a song, because I felt like every producer put their tag on a beat. Yeah. And to take my tag off and then he put eardrummers on it, it just was like
he did the beat.
It was one of them shocking moments, like, oh, this nigga, this guy tried me, you know? Like, it was one of those moments, like, I was tried in the music sense, and it was nothing like a really Debo or like.
Because he was executive producer and everything. Yeah,
and it's going to ruin my opportunity for the single. And
that was a big record for them, bro.
And it was kind of weird because Jason Joshua mixed the record. And me and him have a relationship for other records I done mixed. He mixed the Rihanna record.
He mixed Rihanna, yeah, right.
So me and him had big hits together as well. But he didn't even tell me that they took my tag off.
And that's your boy. I know
yeah. So I had to come at him like, yo, you could have just warned me like, yo, they're taking your tag off, bro. What you want me to do?
Right.
He didn't hit me with none of that. He just took my tag off. They replaced it. And the song was a success. You know what I'm saying?
You did the beat, correct?
I did the whole beat.
You did the whole beat. Like, I know you did it, but I'm just saying it just so
he didn't touch the beat.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't put a snap.
Put a ding.
Nothing. Nothing. You did the whole everything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He didn't do a thing on the beat. But I give him his credit where credit due. He got Nicki and Thug on the beat.
Yeah, that's cool.
On the song.
Yeah.
So
he did that. But that's what the executive producer is supposed to do. That's not
Yeah.
No disrespect to that brother, because I've worked in the past. I'm saying he did. That's what any executive producer. That's what P does when we got Lotto on the Kia record. P made that phone call. He did what the executive producer is supposed to do.
Just imagine if P did that and then he wanted co-production credit too.
Right, but you the executive producer, so it don't even matter.
So Mike got co-production on the song,
and then press
you know what
one
I'm saying?
key.
Yeah. So. Much love to everybody, though.
No,
you know
for sure. No, we're not saying anything bad.
It's a song in history.
It's a history maker record. You got your publishing, so
I definitely fought for majority of the publishing.
For sure.
You know, I ain't got to get into super details, but they definitely wanted it more than what I was gonna give.
Of course.
And I made sure I stood 10 toes on that. So I got majority stake of it. But again, another note: majority stake ain't always. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes sharing is caring. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro.
And I probably would have got more records if I would have just been like just grateful and just happy and just say, I'm part of something dope. Right. Thank you for letting me be on this project.
Right.
At that point, I was already kind of like in my bag as sounds. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like, yo, man, y'all not about to, do me like that. Yeah.
For sure,
so I made it a little difficult. It's some things I regret about that, but. You got to stand your ground sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to choose your battles, you know what I mean? Like,
I understand.
I definitely was like, nah.
But sometimes people not doing business correctly and they count no money before it come, is you got to stand for yourself, bro. So I don't, hey, because a lot of times you'll give in and they still don't give you more opportunity. So I don't see nothing wrong with standing your ground when you we did everything on the song, the production. So it's not like nothing was changed. They moved this part of that, you know what I mean? So it makes sense.
Luckily, I got more songs after that. If that didn't happen, then it probably would have been,
Yeah, you'd been.
I stood my ground on, so I felt good about it. It was a good decision,
Yeah. So after that, I know. I think Bieber was coming after that next, right?
When Throw Some More popped off, what happened? I had my own studio at that time. I had things was going good. I had a 2-room studio. I think I was working with Bieber. Definitely was working with Bieber. But I was working with Bieber starting with Tricky. When I was with Tricky did Baby for Bieber. So Tricky was like that to Justin. You know what I'm saying? So for me to be over there and hanging with Justin and being the youngest dude in the room, Justin automatically just gravitated to me.
You,
yeah. So that's how we ended up working on his first. We worked on his second album, and then from there, when I had the studio, when Throw Some More can't happen, now I'm looking at Justin like, yo, I got other hits with other artists too. I got the Rihannas, I got this. You know what I'm saying? you want to rock with me now.
Yeah.
So that's what made him like start working with me. 'Cause I was already like
he
moving
was
around, getting it.
He was working heavy with you because I remember I called you like, man, what's going on? He's like, oh man, just chilling. I said, where you at, bro? I'm gonna come out to LA. He's like, man, I'm in Toronto. I'm like, Toronto? It's freezing for what? He's like, man, I'm working with Justin. Then I look on the vlogs, y'all walking out the hotel.
He kidnapped me for like 2 months out there.
Yeah.
And we was just working, man. It was a beautiful time, man. It was like, I had fans, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
off of him.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
we going out the hotel and it's me by myself and there's people taking pictures. It's me by myself. I'm like, oh my God, man. Like, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Just to be, you know, a part of somebody that has a big celebrity paparazzi vibe going on. So, but we got the work done. That was my main focus. Like, I was the oldest out of the bunch, youngest in the tricky room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I got around them, I was like
OG. Yeah.
maybe second to oldest.
You were
me and Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bear
older than me, but
yeah.
I felt like I was one of the guys that's like, I ain't with all the wild. Like, I'm trying to feed my family off this. Like,
right.
This is a big opportunity.
It's a legacy play. Right.
Yeah. So I wasn't really coming in it at like, I'm fan struck. I ain't never been fan struck.
Right.
With nobody like I work with. Like, I always looked at it as business and something that's like, this could feed my family. Let me do it right. You know what I'm saying? So, I think when it came to the Bieber stuff, when they was all the rumors about the drugs and the partying, and it was around, but I was at the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm the one writing the records, making the beats, sitting when everybody going to the club. I was sitting back, chilling.
Working.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have my little weed. I'm chilling, working. You know what I mean? But I feel like those moments right there built up the buzz again. It was little moments that built up the buzz.
Right.
I was like 20,000 followers when I'm before that.
It went to like 2.
Then
It was crazy.
Went way up after that. You know what I'm saying?
Went crazy.
So a lot of things just working in relationships and just, you know, I definitely invested as well into my own. Like, to get placements, I have flown myself places, paid for people, for gifts, go to games, buy purses. I've done a lot of things.
Yeah,
like,
part of the game to get in the better position. It makes
sense.
Yeah, because I remember you had. I came out to LA. Matter of fact, when we were working with Tricky and them. I came out. You had season tickets to the Clippers or something like that. We went to we used to take breaks and go to the game, then go back to the studio.
I bought the season tickets because, one, the way that my checks was coming in, it was just like random, sporadic. But Brianna had already happened, so I'm like, I bet.
Right.
It's $20,000 to get these tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To get season tickets. So I'm like, all right, let's get it.
Right. I
got the tickets, but I'm like, all right, I'm about to get the tickets just to go. I'm gonna get the tickets. I'm gonna use every game as a meeting.
Right. Right.
I'm gonna be taking every person I know in the game
to the game.
To the game. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta pick you up. So when I gotta pick you up, now you gotta listen to my music.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta listen to my music the whole ride, and you gotta hear me talk. So by the time we get back to the crib, you done heard some new songs from me.
Right.
We closer. When there's a project coming up, you gonna hit me. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
And I ended up being up on all the lists because, you know, you just play the relationship game. You know.
That makes sense. And that is a part of marketing, ladies and gentlemen. He spent that $20K to make way more money. If you know what I'm saying? If y'all can y'all put y'all phones on silent for me, please? It's getting picked up in the recording. Thank y'all. That's an extremely important marketing tool. Like, literally people thinking, why would I spend $20K? But that $20K, one placement, that $20K is taken care of right away, easily. Like, it's 10%. You know, I'm sure you took somebody, got a placement, and you probably made $200K off that one placement, you know, over the time of the record. You know what I mean? So you got to understand the game of marketing and how to market. So I thought that was genius.
I learned that from the OGs, though.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't got no OG telling you things, and your mentors, it's kind of hard. But I seen OGs, they take people to meetings all the time. And they doing lunches, and they doing nice places, nice lunches, and they buttering up. You know, it's like you're massaging the relationship, you know? And when I learned that from them, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to start taking people out to lunches, do dinners, and games, different, just be creative, you know what I'm saying? So they can remember me. And then this is work, you know what I mean? I haven't done it in the sense like I stopped working in the ministry, but I'm about to get back to it. You know what I'm saying?
And I thought it was genius, bro. The fact that you took me to the Clippers game, I'm like, man, how you get these good? Who gave you these good
Yeah,
seats?
I mean, y'all got people out here like, man, take them to a Bucks game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, get them tickets, do something different. You know, give them another experience where they feel like, okay, this person taking me serious. You know, like, I want to talk about whatever you got going on. And I did that with DJs. I did that with so many different people that I didn't know. Got good with the DJ just because I'm inviting them to something.
Right.
And he ended up playing my record. And then it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Throw Some More was because I got cool with a DJ taking him to a game. And I realized that my records wasn't playing in the club.
Right.
I didn't have nothing playing in the club. I'm like, what can I get this man to play in the club of mine? And I'm giving all these artists slow R&B songs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I gotta have a rap song. Like, my rap bag gotta be crazy. So Throw Some More was just because I wasn't getting played in the club. And I just wanted,
Yeah. That's dope. Who wrote it? Who wrote the record?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah
wrote the hook.
Yeah.
And then he was in a session with Mike Will.
Right.
He played Mike Will the record. Mike Will was like, I got a group. We should put this on my group.
It's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's how I got on there. So again, shout out to Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
He did his thing.
Yeah,
you know,
it worked out, man.
It worked out.
That's it. Now, we moving forward, right? You did the Justin thing. That was huge. What comes after Justin? Was Chris before or after Justin?
Justin, what comes out of Justin is Trey Songz. Well, Trey Songz.
Oh, I forgot about that record.
Trey Songz was, I worked with him prior to that, but it wasn't nothing big. It was a bonus track.
Yeah.
But we did Foreign.
Foreign, I remember that. That song was big. Foreign.
Yeah, me and my little brother did Foreign. He did the beat with his homie, and I wrote the song.
Gotcha.
That's what people don't know too. I did a lot of the songwriting too, on the low. Like, people be thinking it's just the beats, but it's like I was doing a lot of the songwriting too. So, I wrote the song. I flew to Miami. I invested my own money to get that record done. You know what I'm saying? Because Trey is like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And he was in New York celebrating some stuff. And he was like, yo, I hit him up. Because we had a relationship from a record I did, I had his number. And I just text him. I don't like texting people because people don't text me back. Right. And it just be making me feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So I text him though. I'm like, yo, what's good? Where you at? He said, I'm in New York. And he was like, about to go to Miami for my birthday. I was like, oh. I said, oh, that ain't nothing but a flight. Like on some joking. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, he said, come on in. Like that.
Oh, that was it.
All right. So I went that night, went on the air, you know what I'm saying? Looked for some flights. Booked my flight. Went out to Miami. Did like 4 or 5 records. Just demos. He was just playing them. Ended up like nothing happened in that trip. But he hit me up like a month later and was like, yo, man, your song, this song ended up playing on accident in a party out of his laptop. He was just playing songs.
And it was your demo of Foreign.
The demo of Foreign.
And they went crazy.
And the girls, everybody was dancing in the house to Foreign. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, I'm cutting it. As soon as I get in town, I'm cutting it. Get the session ready. Boom, boom, boom. So again, another play I had to make and invest just so he could have the songs and feel my presence and, you know what I'm saying, and just be like, boom. And it's kind of bossy, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, is that my phone?
It's your phone. I told everybody to put their phones aside, and the person I'm interviewing, the phone was going
silent, though. The alarm's crazy. So when we got records that hasn't been released, of course, but the Foreign song, that investment made my brother a bag. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Because he did the beat. Him and his boy did the beat.
Yeah, they did a publishing. They did a $250,000 publishing deal off one song.
One song.
The song that I invested my money to go to just to get a placement.
Yeah.
They did $250 off of one song. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, it's crazy.
So again, I'm just setting little plays, little traps for chess moves. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the chess game when it comes to music. It's not about that song. It's about what's the next play, what this song gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
To take me to the next level. That makes sense. Now, let's switch gears, man. So in that, right, I'm sitting on my phone, as all of us do, scrolling. And I'm looking at people doing like this. Wipe me down. Wipe. Y'all remember that challenge? Wipe me. Who remember? Everybody remember because everybody from Ellen to Will Smith to whoever you can think of did it. I don't care. Everybody was in the mirror doing it. I didn't do it because I don't look that good. But I did. I seen everybody else doing it, right? Come to find out, I did not know it was him who created this. How I found out, we were just doing our monthly check-ins. And I'm like, man, what you got going on? He like, what? Sounds like, what? Well, BMW. Kenny's
My name used to be Sounds.
It used to be Sounds. That's why I keep calling him that.
You know, I have a couple aliases. You know, if you grandfather clause, then people still call me Sounds. I might turn, you know what I mean? But I really stopped going by that by like maybe 5 years ago.
Right. But I'm so used to it. He was Sounds for 15 years to me. So that's why I still call him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with him chopping it up. He like, bro, you know, wipe me. Have you heard of Wipe Me Down? I was like, yeah, man, I just seen Will Smith doing it. And Ellen.
Wipe it down.
Wipe it down. I'm sorry. Wipe
me down is the Boosie.
Yeah,
wipe it down is me.
Wipe it down. Right?
Yeah.
So he like, you know that's me, right? I'm like, bro, I knew that voice. I just couldn't figure out where I knew it from. Talk to us about that, bro. That was one of the biggest when it come to viral. It's over 1 billion.
It's 2 billion streams.
See what I'm saying? 2 billion streams.
And counting. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And that's like sometimes bigger than a lot of the artists I work with.
Easily.
You know what I'm saying? Just on one song. So what it was just a whole bunch of industry experience turned into a whole bunch of like ideas, especially when COVID happened. When COVID happened, the whole world had shut down. And I found myself at the crib. Couldn't go nowhere. I was sitting on a little money though. I was sitting on a little bit. So I'm like, I'm about to like try to sell my catalog and just quit. So I felt like the industry was dead. I wasn't getting calls like that. I don't know. My mentor told me that it's ups and downs. Like you want to have a studio period because you're gonna be hot, you're gonna be cold. No matter what, just have your own studio because when you cold, they ain't gonna be hitting you up. You still need to be recording. You still need to be creating. So I was cold. I luckily had a studio though because he told me I always had a studio. But I was cold that year. Like I get at least like 6 placements a year. I ain't getting none. Something was up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Some energy had shifted, and then COVID happened. So no placements the whole 2019. Then COVID happened. Then everything is dead. No one called my phone. We can't get no studio. I'm at the crib now. I'm working on my stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I had changed my name at that point to like iRap. So I was working on like I was trying to change my identity. Like I was trying to escape the sounds for a second.
Because even when the Wipe It Down challenge came, there was no visual of you.
No.
So it was like her. Like her, Gabby was her. We just didn't know it because you never saw who her was. So that's literally what it was.
And I changed my name 2 weeks before I put the record out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did it as a social experiment. I wanted to see because I was submitting my music as sounds to labels and they was sleeping. They wouldn't listen to it. Because when I started submitting my music, they'd be like, they turn their shoulder, they try to pigeonhole you, they put you in one box. And, you know, a lot of labels turn me down. Didn't even give me meetings, you know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, they'll turn around and ask for a beat or ask for a song
for their artist
the next day, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't care about what I was doing. So, I'm like, bet, I'm gonna change my name. It's gonna be a social experiment. I'm gonna see if I can make a record that's TikTok friendly, you know what I'm saying? I seen TikTok was going crazy at the time, and people were at the house. They were stuck in the crib.
Had nothing to do but be on their phone.
Yeah, it was a perfect storm. It wasn't like, it's hard to recreate it too because I'm trying to recreate it, but it's hard to recreate it. Perfect storm though, but I end up making this record, Wipe It Down, in my underwear at the crib, just chilling. Like, that's how I make my record sometimes. I wake up 3, 4 in the morning, just hop on a laptop. Hop on a computer. Go crazy for 6 hours, you know what I'm saying? So I made the record, made the beat, then recorded it, mixed it, mastered it by myself, you know what I'm saying?
100% for sure.
Then I was like, all right, before I put this record out, what relationships I got, you know what I'm saying, that I can really make this record go crazy. And I knew at the time I was working with Leanne V.
Yep.
Leanne V is a big social media influencer. She kind of calmed down a little bit now. She had a baby, but
keep your family married, yeah.
But when she was booming, she had like at least 10 million people outreach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And at the time, I remember before that you were work on her music career with her. So that's the part that I don't want people to miss, because I had a conversation with Leanne V maybe 3-4 years before you worked with her about managing her. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't understand the power of social media. I knew she had a big following. Yeah. At the time, I didn't understand the power, because it used to be her and her dad on social media doing a lot of Vine days. Stuff. Yes, I remember.
So I signed her to a production deal.
Yeah.
So we did a production deal for a year, but it didn't produce a deal.
And but y'all was on good terms.
Yeah, we left on good terms. So I was like, yo, I got this song. Can you do a transition video or a dance to it? Something, because you're really good at that social media. That's what you do.
Yeah.
And she was like, send it to me. Let me see what it is. You know what I'm saying? I sent her 2 songs. The Wipe It Down record, she was like, this one is hot. This one is hot. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm about to drop this record. So I dropped it. She was like, I was like, don't do no video till I drop the song. And so I said, don't say Sounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a new name. She said, okay, I won't do it. It's BMW Kenny. That's my name now. Like, she's like, all right, cool. That's what you want to do. That's what it is. So I put the record out, and we did a challenge. She sent me a video of her wiping the mirror down into different outfits.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, this going to be viral. Like, I thought automatically, like, this going to be something that people going to want to do.
Yeah.
But are they going to be able to do it as good as her? That was my biggest fear.
Because her quality of filming, or what her social media was unbelievable.
Yeah, she was a little bit advanced with the transitions.
Yes.
Stuff was looking unbelievable, but honestly, people surpassed her. Like, they went above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't think that it would catch on like that, but it caught on, man. And it was a record that I didn't have to pay her to do, because usually with an influencer,
you got to pay.
You got to pay them.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can get a record that's hot and just reach out to an influencer and be like, yo, can you make some content or a video? They might say I need 3,000, or they might say I need, they get ridiculous nowadays. They making real money. So that
but because of their relationship, it cost you $0.
Yeah, the relationship game again cost me $0. That would have been a $5,000 favor. You know what I'm saying? Because her reach was that crazy. But when she did the video, I didn't use that money that I could have paid her. I put $1,000 into giving giving a winner $1,000
for the challenge.
For the challenge, I said so. I was like, man, let's make a challenge out of this. I'll front the money. You make it look like it's your challenge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll give the people $1,000, the best challenge, whatever. So a week go by, we pay out the winner. And I was panicking because I'm like, man, we should have did 2 weeks.
Yeah, you should have made it longer. Right?
Yeah, we should have made it longer. She's like, no, do it a week. That's all you need, a week. Trust me. I'm like, all right. I'm like, this is it's not enough time to circulate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at the end of that week, we had like 400 videos. And I was kind of like, 400 is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm like, I spent $1,000 on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, I looked, it was like 1,100 videos. And the next day, 3,000 videos. And the next day, 10. And it was going crazy. I'm like, it was like the wildest viral thing I've seen, like far as in front of me, even with all the artists I work with. A record got to get worked.
Yeah.
It got to really get worked before it go viral or be a world sensation. Within a month, it was already like 100,000 views. 100,000 videos made.
Yeah, videos made. Yeah.
Like, not just like they was making the videos to the challenge. So I'm like, that equated to Spotify, equated to Apple Music,
all the DSPs,
all the numbers to start raising up, and that's when the label started.
They're hitting Sounds, but they're hitting BMW Kenny, but they really hitting Sounds. They don't even know it.
The same people that was turning me down, that wouldn't listen to me, was the same people trying to sign me.
Sign BMW Kenny because they didn't know who BMW Kenny was. So long story short, he literally had leverage. He created leverage as BMW Kenny that he really had when he was Sounds. But because
Same person.
because labels are so lazy, everybody want to sign to a label. I can't say all, because QC put in that work. I'd work with them personally. But majority of the labels out here are so lazy, they want all the work done for them. So literally,
and I'm talking about no exaggeration, at least 30, 35 labels, man. And
because I was talking to him at this time. Talk to about the actual bids that you were getting, people were giving you 0 bids. What were the bids as far as like advances and the deals looking like? What were the deals?
Don't get me wrong now. It wasn't no magic. I was looking for Magical Kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
I was looking for $1 million deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I got a hottest record right now out. What y'all got? I'm talking about one company, 25, 50, 75.
But you got to remember, it went to
125.
0. It was started from 0 now to this. So that's not slouch money, bro.
That's not slouch money now.
But you looking for 10 million, 5 million.
I'm looking for, because I'm thinking like, yo, I can make this over and over again. Y'all need to pay me what I weigh. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't just a one-hit thing. Like,
and they're not understanding you're the producer, you're the writer, you're the art, you everything. You the mixer, you did everything. So
and I felt like, yo, I can work for y'all company too. Like, I can make records for y'all. So this is more of a like, y'all just gonna buy into me. You know, y'all want to buy into me. Again, a lot of regrets. You know what I'm saying? Far as like ego. You know what I'm saying? Me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was. It just was like, that's not enough. That ain't enough, man. What about the company that believes in you, likes you, wants to build with you, want to grow with you? You know what I'm saying? Buy into that.
Yes.
Sign with that company that said, yo, you got a record. What else you got? You know what up? We don't matter. Let's do the deal right now. Yes. I had a couple of those situations, and I was like, there ain't enough money. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, and cool. So, you know, I do regret a little bit of the old school mentality of like
the biggest check.
Yeah, just the being woke, you know, the new woke, the culture of being woke and just not signing no deals, and everybody's out to get you and everybody's out to screw you. You know, I honestly think it's blurred lines with that, because every label is gonna fight for what's their best interest. You know what I'm saying? It's up for the attorney to, on your end, to kind of like make sure you get as much as you can.
You get what you negotiate, not what you deserve.
Yeah,
That's
you
how
get what you negotiate.
Yeah.
It's not about what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I could have negotiated in those situations. I probably could have negotiated something that was good for the future. Yeah. Something that gave me a little option to just mess up and make some mistakes in the label and actually have a company behind me. Right. But I was more like, man, if Columbia hit me, I'm going to Columbia. And any label I was calling out, just imaginary to like, just to say I want to sign with them, they hit me in the email. The email was them in the email. I'm like, I actually got them in the email. What happened was, what messed it up was, during COVID, we couldn't have real actual meetings. Yes. So, and we couldn't perform. I couldn't tour, couldn't do nothing.
You couldn't run around and grab you a bag off that one song.
I couldn't go out and grab millions. A bag, yeah.
Literally made millions, just running around.
I could have went to every school in the goddamn country. Yeah. And performed a record, and went overseas and went crazy. But the traveling was so crazy on that. Couldn't travel. So when it came to the meetings, Zoom, we had to do Zoom meetings. Yeah. So they don't know what I look like yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, I'm trying to hide myself because
you don't want to know it's you.
They know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I was wearing masks for a while. Like, I was doing the dumbest, craziest stuff just to like hide my identity of Songz. You know what I'm saying? When it could have helped me maybe if I wouldn't have.
Because they'd realize like, oh wait, he ain't just an artist. He could do the whole song for everybody. Yeah.
But at that point, I was so turned off when the labels turned me down as Songz. I wanted to be a new identity. So Columbia came. When Columbia came, we was about to sign to Columbia, and that was what I wanted to sign with. I'm like, I'm signing to Columbia. I don't care who it is. They ain't got a lot of rap people over there. I'm gonna be kind of by myself. It's only Tiger over there. Like, I'm gonna be good. Man, the A&R in love with me. He talking about we gonna do a deal we never done before with you. Like, this is gonna be the first of a deal we've ever done with like this. Cause we can't see you, we can't meet you, but we're gonna cut the check. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, cool. So we about to have a meeting. we finally had the face Zoom meeting, and the dude was like, Songz? I was like, he recognized me, and I promise you, 2-3 days later, he called me up, kept it real G. I ain't never had no one kept it that 100 with me. Like, called me up and said, we're not gonna sign you. And he was like, because you're pretty much a couple years younger than me. And
because he was older.
yeah, and pretty much, he just kept it G, and I'm like, what the does that got to do with anything?
Right.
The fact that I got records and the fact that I can keep making hits.
Hits, yeah.
It's just the whole stigma of, like, we know what you do. We know you're behind the scenes guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you're not ready for this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just turn the deal down. Like, a week ago was on my top.
Yeah.
I'm on my manager's top. Like, yo, we need him. We need him. And they found out who it was.
So if you could have just did the deal prior to that, you was good to go.
Maybe if I would have just came out and say, yo, this record was Songz, Wipe It Down.
Yeah.
Then, Songz Wipe It Down probably would have been, who knows? It probably would have same thing. It
Yeah.
might have been bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Who knows?
sure. Sure.
But I didn't have the support from none of my clients that I work with. So the record didn't do the distance.